right, passengers, fasten your seatbelts because we are continuing on the journey of Wei becoming a professional pilot. Now, the purpose of an icebreaker speech is for the new member to introduce himself to the club so that other people can learn what he's already good at and so he can get evaluated for the first time. I don't know what you noticed, but I noticed that Wei is extremely good with language. And in his speech, I felt so much emotion as he went down with his stories. And one of the most important tools that Wei employed to make such an emotive speech is strong contrast. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but throughout his entire speech, there were a lot of plot twists. For example, in the very beginning, he did the pilot skit, probably from, what's her name? Dora, right? Dora did this pilot skit a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh, this is going to be such an interesting, fun thing. And then suddenly he says, I have no idea where I'm going. Right? He does this pilot thing, so much direction, so much confidence, just like Dora. And then, I have no idea where I'm going. So that immediately drew the audience's attention and then made me think, this is not something that I was expecting. There's more to his story. Later down the line, Wei, he said that when he was in high school, he dropped out, he was addicted to video games, and he was not afraid of the cops. And I was like, great kid, not afraid of the cops. But I'm afraid of my mother. That's the second plot twist. At first I was thinking, oh my goodness, what a brave kid. And then, mother, right? And when he brought up his mother, he used two words that immediately brought down the entire mood. He said, shame and disappointment. Right? If he had just said, I'm afraid of my mom, she'll be so ashamed and she'll be so disappointed, you wouldn't feel very much. But then he said, I'm not afraid of the cops, but I'm afraid of my mother. And of the shame that she had and the disappointment. Immediately, I noticed that the room's atmosphere, was dropped to a lower level. So that was the second plot twist. Later he said, I completed my education. I was confident. I felt like I knew what I was doing. And then, I don't know what to do. Right? He talked about after graduation, he wasn't sure what career he wanted to pursue. That was another plot twist. And then he mentioned that he was confident about taking the pilot's test. He knew the physics, he knew the math, and he was confident about his resume, but he got a rejection letter. Right? And after all of these plot twists, you keep thinking, he knows what he's doing. He doesn't. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't. But the biggest plot twist of it all was towards the end. Oh my goodness. Where he says, I was in doubt, I was confused, but I prayed, I found peace, I felt safety and confident again. That was the biggest plot twist. In the beginning, it was all good things leading to bad things, good things leading to bad things. And then finally, the entirety of the first part was a bad thing to a good thing. And that was a huge plot twist, and it made us think that, he really knows what he's talking about. He's really confident now, and you can really believe his confidence. Back to the TV.